Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. We've all heard this before. But what is a comfort zone? Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to our channel. To those of you who are new here, my name is Nawfa Nurie and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, we're going to talk all about comfort zones. What is a comfort zone? How do you identify your comfort zone? The benefits of breaking through your comfort zone and techniques of how you can actually push your boundaries and move out of your comfort zone. So without much further ado, let's get into the video. Has a comfort zone. You have one. I have one. Anyone we interact with has one. It's a psychological, emotional and behavioral state where you think and act in ways that minimizes, your stress and effort. It's like a pattern behavior that you're following. It's a form of mental security. Fear is a natural and essential part of our growth, and every time we consciously choose to step out of our comfort zone, we are just expanding our comfort zone, right? Because that makes the next uncomfortable thing become a little bit easier. By limiting yourself to what you already know, you're likely to miss out on professional experiences, life experiences, personal growth. When you're taking notice of those people around you who have achieved so much in life, of all these successful people, when you're looking at their journeys, there is one thing common that everyone has. They all moved out of their comfort zone, because if they would stay where they are, that growth that they brought to themselves and to the world would have never occurred. So now that we have understood what a comfort zone is, let's move on to the benefits that you can have by just stepping out of your comfort zone. All the development comes from outside of our comfort zone, especially from failures. Now, the great example for this one would be to look at kids, right? Every day is a new challenge for them and they take it head on. They fall, they get up, they run, they fall again, they get up. That's the whole point. Like, as parents, we always encourage our kids to keep going at it, to keep trying harder till the time that they achieve what they're trying to learn. But as we grow up, we forget to apply that same thing for ourselves. We stop taking every single day as a new challenge and we get into this pattern of just doing the things in the same way that we did it yesterday. We stop stepping out of our comfort zones. We must remind ourselves that the learning process never ends. No matter what age or what situation you're in, you're always young enough to learn something new. You're always young enough to step out of your comfort zone. The only thing that holds us back is because we may think that we may fail at it or what other people might say and stuff like that. But really, if you never tried doing it, you anyway failed, right? But if you get it correct, you will succeed. If you don't get it correct, you will learn something from it and it'll help you move forward and do it better the next time. So don't be afraid of failure. Just step out of your comfort zone. It is such a wonderful opportunity to grow because you challenge yourself every day. You will learn new things. You will learn new skills. And often these skills and these learnings will stay with you for a lifetime. They will help you reach your peak performance. And in the process of all of this, you will learn so much about yourself. You'll learn about your interests. You will learn about your hobbies. You learn about things you never knew you were interested in. It helps you expand your horizon and your creativity, because every time that you do something new, it switches on a bulb in your head which makes you think about new creative ways to solve this thing, because it has never occurred in your life before. Whereas when it has happened in your life before, you already know how to solve that. You already know what you can do in such a circumstance. So there is no opportunity for creativity in that. So it makes you creative. You will be more productive because comfort kills productivity. By being comfortable, we kind of don't go after our dreams and we don't chase it because we're comfortable in our space, we're comfortable where we are. But by pushing these boundaries and stepping out of it, you will be so much more ambitious. You will learn more, to be more, to do more. It increases your self-confidence. Tackling the unknown and proving to yourself you can push past your boundaries and these limiting self-beliefs, it builds your self-confidence and self-esteem. Insecurity, it loves to feed on your habit of not trying. So if you stop thinking and start acting, you will realize what's actually possible for you. So we have all definitely had so many experiences in life when we think that we can't do anything, but then when we end up doing it, actually we're like, wow, that wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. And this is often our response to anything that we fear so much, and when we actually do it, it feels pretty easy. I would like to include a very Small example for this one. So when I was younger, all the boys in my area, they used to play Counter-Strike a lot. And I used to think that no, it's a boys game. I really can't play Counter-Strike and stuff like that. I don't know why was I holding on to this limiting belief or what made me think like that. But one day I went for it, I played it, and I actually got pretty good at it. I used to play with the boys all the time. I used to play Counter-Strike and I used to do pretty good actually. Actually, it's been a while. I think I should revisit that. Life is unpredictable and it's so important to build the skills and the confidence which can help you take any challenge head on, because knowing that you were able to face your fears and overcome your challenges earlier gives you that confidence to face anything else in life. Life becomes so much more lively and worth living. Now, again, a personal example. So the first time that I was going for scuba dive, I was quite scared because there was so much gear on me and those were heavy weights that I had to carry. And I was like, I really don't know. I've never gone that deep inside water, in the sea, in the ocean, and I don't know what it holds. So obviously I was scared, but the moment that I was in the water and I saw those amazing, fishes and all the creatures underwater, I was so happy and so pleasantly surprised, and it completely opened my mind. So these opportunities often give you times which you feel that, wow, life is so wonderful and it's so worthwhile. So yeah, there are so many amazing opportunities for fun that we hold ourselves, but life is there to live fully, and research shows that the more we challenge ourselves, the more we do things that make us grow, it keeps our mind young and healthy, and these are all such amazing opportunities of fun, so don't miss out on these. You will build so many more new relationships because trying new things makes you meet new people, which you wouldn't have otherwise. If you were just staying in a comfort zone, interacting with your regular people every single day, you wouldn't have the opportunity to know these people, to meet these people, to learn about their cultures, to learn about their life, to learn about their experiences and where they come from. It opens a dialogue for healthier conversation, which gives you a broader view about the whole, the whole understanding of life and people in general. You will be proud that you took the leap. Regret is inevitable, but it is absolutely avoidable. Do you want to spend the rest of your life wondering what if? Because that might just be what happens if you don't make the decision to live right now. The cost of not following your heart is spending the rest of your life wishing that you had done things that you didn't do in that time. Regret is inevitable, but you have the choice right now to avoid it as much as you can, and you'd rather be regretting what you did do instead of what you didn't do, right? Because at least that taught you something. At least those experiences gave you some new perspective of a new thing, just made you live a little more. It'll make you wiser and an amazing storyteller. Now, this is one of my personal favorites. It makes you age better, right? So when you grow up, you have such amazing stories of your life and challenges to share with your kids, your grandkids, because you have done these things, you have learned and gained experiences, and you know so much about life. It's made you so wise that now you can share it with other people. The next big question definitely becomes, how do I actually move out of my comfort zone and achieve all of these things? Don't worry, I've got a list of things which you can do which will help you expand your comfort zone. The number one being, do things that challenge you. Now, so many times we miss out on so many opportunities in our life because we don't want to do the things that challenge us, right? So now try something new, especially the one that is challenging. And once you face this challenge, you become so much prepared for the next challenge, and then you take life on challenge after challenge, and it will be amazing. Turn it into a learning experience. Now, the time that you're uncomfortable doing something that you want to do, just reverse the question on yourself and think about, what am I learning from this? Because then that gives you the courage and the energy to go for it, because you know that you're getting a result from doing this particular thing. You are learning something. You are growing as a person. So always change the question to, what am I learning here? Make it a habit to try something new until you start feeling comfortable with it. Pick something that scares you each day and then just go do it anyway. Like, your urge for the familiar is trying to protect you. So make it clear that the new things are safe, and you will become bolder by each week. Go easy on yourself and start small. You don't need to go all crazy and try to do a lot of things. Maybe just go try a new restaurant. Eat a cuisine that you think that you don't like that much, but try to give it a shot to try more of that food, to build that taste for it. Invite someone that you want to hang out with for a coffee. Go make the first move. Go ask the person. Go to any kind of event, any networking event, and try to meet new people. There are so many things that you can do, and you will be shocked by how quickly Like things start to change and you start becoming comfortable with things that you didn't think you are comfortable with earlier. Say yes more often and say yes for the right things. If your friends are calling you out for an experience that you have never had before, so instead of just saying no to it, go for it. Say yes. Try the things that you thought that you do not like to do or you're not comfortable doing. Try it and see how much you can push your boundaries. So say yes to experiences. Create challenges in areas you want to push yourself. Now this is again one of my most favorite points. So this basically means that anything that I'll give you an example here just to help you understand better. For example, you are in sales and you don't like to cold call, right? But it's a part of your job. You have to do it anyway. So challenge yourself, build a achievable limit for yourself, make it like maybe like 30 cold calls you're going to do today. You're going to call these people and speak to them. You might feel a little uncomfortable, but just do it anyway. Do it, keep going at it, and once you're done with the 30 calls, strike it off. It'll make you feel amazing and it'll make you feel prepared for the next day of making 40 calls, for example, of increasing your limits. So keep challenging yourself, increasing your limits, and keep achieving things. For example, again, if you have a fear of public speaking or anything like that, join a local community event. Try to speak in front of people. Just put on a camera and speak to the camera. Speak to the camera till you can face your fear, till it makes you grow as a person. So challenge yourself, guys, and just keep going at it. Keep a list of all the things that you want to grow in and achieve, and then keep revisiting your accomplishments. Now, make a list and try to read these lists at the end of every single day and check off the things that you have already accomplished. Because once you get into the habit of reading this list, you will know that you are accountable to make sure that you achieve all of these things. It will force you to take those steps during the day which will move towards these goals. And once you've accomplished some of them, keep looking at them often, because they give you so much courage and it just helps you realize what your true worth is and what you are made up of, and it'll make you feel fabulous. Change is hard because you're wired to expect the worst, but without risks, there is no reward. So you want to dream big, you want to achieve things, right? You want to fly, but if you never make the move, never move towards your directions, never jump, you will never be able to fly. So you absolutely have to take the risks in life to gain its rewards. Be very mindful of which area you want to explore and where you want to grow, and list down things that are limiting you from expanding in that area, and then find your challenges, find your trigger and overcome it. Have a new mindset, something like this. Does this scare me? Then I have to do it anyway. So when you start doing this, things start to change. You start riding on that energy and that wave of doing things that you thought you couldn't do. So have that kind of mindset. So I would really like to say that, if you're willing to become comfortable with being uncomfortable, that's when your actual growth will take place. Good things don't just happen to us because we want them to, right? They happen to us when we take the action and when we're willing to step out of our comfort zones to move into the unknown. And trust me on this, it will never be as bad as you expect. When you face the things that kept you holding back head on, you will see that it really was not that difficult. And you will learn so much from that. Taking the first step is always the hardest, but I guarantee you, once you do it, the only thought you will have in your head is, why didn't I do this earlier? Every second you spend in this world is so precious, and there's so much of life in every moment. So don't waste any of it. Don't waste any of it wondering that maybe you should have done this, maybe you should have done that. Just take the step, one small step at a time, and I promise that once you do it, everything is going to be so worth it. So that's all from me for this video, guys. Do let me know what have you thought of this video, which points are you going to apply in your life, and if you've liked this video, then give it a huge thumbs up, and please don't forget to share it with all your friends and family members who could use any of this information in their lives as well. Do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon while you do so you do not miss out on any of my video notifications. I will see you super soon in my next video. Till then, you guys stay fabulous and take care.